Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to my presentation. Today we will be talking about what to expect when you go to Russia and how to prepare for it. When conducting business in Russia, it is different than America's business culture, which is why I created this presentation to prepare you for it. You have been selected by Exxon's top corporate officials for an important business meeting. In 2 weeks, you will be traveling to Russia and meeting with top officials from multiple oil companies. Your job, make a deal with the oil companies in Russia to import crude oil to the U.S. These meetings are essential for our company, so do not screw this up. I will begin explaining the business attire in Russia. Business attire in Russia is very formal and conservative. Men, you will need to wear a business suit and a tie. Nothing fancy or flashy. That will make you look like a fool and they won't take you serious, so wear a dark colored suit like black, gray, or even navy blue. Women, same goes for you. Wear a subdued colored business suit with a skirt that covers the knees. Try to refrain from wearing a pantsuit. For both men and women, make sure your dress shoes are polished and clean. If they notice that your shoes are dirty, the meeting will not go well. Now let's go over some business etiquette in Russia. One of the most important things to know about Russian business etiquette is that they are very formal and close in public, but very open and informal in private. They also consider themselves to be culturally rich in art and literature. Knowledge of high culture is valued, and the ability to talk about works of art and literature is highly appreciated. So go over some Russian art and literature before your trip. Here are some things you need to know what to do before you leave for your trip and before your meetings with them. Call ahead to reaffirm your meeting either with them directly or with his or her secretary. Russians are traditionally punctual, especially with meeting with foreigners, but this is beginning to change in the older generations. Make sure that you still show up on time, even a little bit earlier, but expect to be waiting a while, especially if you're meeting with an older executive. Here are some important things to know about how the meetings will work during your stay. Your first meeting will be formal, but afterwards, if the meeting went well, they will continue in a more informal environment. That usually involves eating and drinking. Russians are heavy drinkers and they know that, and they will try to take advantage of that. Be wary of what you discuss if you end up drinking with them. They may try to sway the deal in their advantage. When it comes to decision making, it is done by the boss alone. They will discuss the final decision in private with a few individuals and the head boss. Expect the senior person to be quite confrontational in a meeting if he or she is not getting their own way. If you need to reconsider your position during negotiation, it is appropriate to ask for a break. Well, that's the end of the presentation. I will forward this to all of you so you can review it before your trip. I hope you find it helpful, and I wish you luck on making the best deal possible for Exxon. If you have any questions, feel free to come talk to me or send me an email.